The set of the next three pieces are written by the same American composer, Brian DuFord, who I met maybe 10 years ago at one of the conferences for composers, and I bought one of his music, one of his duets for flute and guitar, and I played some of his pieces, and I just fell in love with his compositions. And the next time I played with the flutist, we invited him, to attend that festival, and I think he really enjoyed listening to us because he decided to write a few more pieces. And the piece that I'm about to play with Angelina was written originally for flute and guitar. But he was very happy to know that now the flute part is taken over by this virtuosa domra player. So I hope you'll enjoy the Riff Between Us, taken from a suite called Sweet Jam.
Marina needs to change guitars. She's very busy tonight, carrying all these guitars around just to play a couple of songs. But anyway, while she's doing it, I can talk about this instrument that you probably never seen before, never heard about. This is domra, which is a Russian instrument. But it's not exactly Russian. It came from lute family, just like all the instruments from the lute family, mandolins and lutes. It came, I think it originated back to probably 9th century in Egypt from the instrument called pandura. So that's just a Russian mandolin. It has 3 strings. It's tuned in fourths, and I use a pick to pluck the strings. And the strings are much tougher than guitars, so it's a steel. So it's when you don't practice for a while and you have to build your calluses, it takes a month of bleeding and not pleasant. Anyway, so if you guys have any questions afterwards, you come up and look closer and touch it if you want to play it. So I will be happy to let you do it. Okay, I think we're doing another piece by Brian DuFord, which was supposedly written because he was tired of playing something very difficult. And he decided to write something for 2 guitars, right, Marina? That actually will not take much. Oh, guitar and flute. I'm sorry. That was not required. That didn't require much practice, but he didn't know that I will have to take the flute part, and it takes lots of practice for that particular part. So, Blues Hues for 2 by Brian DuFord.
And I just want to thank the Claudio, who actually sells these wonderful instruments. He let me borrow this spectacular instrument by Stephen Walter, who is an American luthier, and this is a model 2022. I wish I could buy it, but I already have actually 2 instruments by the same luthier. So I'm super thankful for Claudio to letting me borrow this spectacular instrument. The next piece, can you guys hear me without a microphone? Great. The last piece by the same composer is taken actually from a suite that was written for solo guitar and was dedicated to me. It calls 5 musical moments. And we chose, I actually really enjoyed always playing the first piece, the first set, which called Transit Time. And at first I learned it and I presented maybe like 10 years ago. And then I decided to perform with the drummer. And Brian DuFord said, okay, sure, let me add a part for the drummer. And then 4 years later, I met Angelina, and I said, how about I'll play with domra? He's like, sure. So he heard that we are coming to Houston, and he really wanted us to premiere this piece with domra in a new arrangement. So you guys are, the first ones to hear this song. So I hope you really enjoyed. The transit time is obviously about, traveling. Brian DuFord lived in New York at that point, and he was trying to portray like somebody would, jump on the subway in New York, and you can hear those busy streets, like constant rhythm. And at one point, at the middle of the song, everything slows down, and you hear this lyrical melody. So, a person steps down from the subway and kind of gets to experience something beautiful. Maybe it was, Brighton Beach. I don't know what it was, but, something that took his mind away from the busyness of New York streets. And then pieces finishes up the same way as it started. So kind of makes the full circle. I hope you enjoyed Transit Time by Brian DuFord.